So here I am. I think it's the 13th or the 14th, one of the 2 days of my travels. I've been on the road for 6 days now. Just got out of Bryce Canyon today, which was pretty sad day. But moving south, it was a little too cold up there. I didn't want to deal with the temperatures at night. I mean, they weren't horribly cold, and I survived them, but I just prefer to be not cold where I'm bundled up all day and then trotting around snow at my campsite and freezing at night. So here I am, south, in a little place called Beaver Dam, just an unincorporated part of some closer city, I guess, in Arizona, right on the Nevada border. The mountains are all around us. They're the big jagged peaks, which are really cool looking. Can't see them now, but the sky is clear. The stars are coming out. Unfortunately, I got a raging highway behind me. So not only is there light pollution, but there's noise pollution, which sucks because otherwise this would be a pretty dope spot. After all, given the fact that I scared myself shitless trying to find the perfect spot. There's a little river that goes through, I guess that's like the dam area, whatnot. And I found this dirt road, which took forever to find. Finally found it. It goes down into the creek bed or the river bed. I get down there and it's down this really steep road, this like really redneck part. Like this place is in the middle of nowhere, basically. I figure there's probably some really hillbilly kind of folk living around here that don't take kindly to strangers. But anyway, I go down this dirt road, just keep on going. I have to avoid this police officer because I don't want cops knowing me or seeing my car because I'm very identifiable and it's obvious with my license plate and all the shit on the top of my car that I'm kind of living out of my car, which is the truth, but I don't want the authorities to be taking notice of me anyway. So I end up on this road and I'm cruising down this road and then it dips down farther, run a few bends, and I see this really steep decline into the riverbed type area. So I take it, and then right as I descend, there's this really like dank, moist, kind of eerie like smell, almost like I don't know, like you would think like Blair Witch would smell like if it had a smell or something, but so creepy. So I'm like, this is eerie to begin with, and I've just started this little thing looking for the perfect campsite. So I go through the creek, and I end up on the other side, and this muddy road kind of leads back along this bank, like the river to the left and the bank to the right. And I just keep going, and then like eventually it's like starting to get to be like, is this like going anywhere? And it's really narrow, and you can tell it's like rutted out, and they may have to rebuild it every so often because it just ruts out, and it's no longer a road after a while. And that's when I started to like get really concerned that it was just going to dead end somewhere, and then I was going to have to reverse down this really narrow, sketchy road. So I was terrified actually, and got really scared, and started to get like the like, oh shit, am I gonna get stuck out here type feeling. And so I keep on the road, and then all of a sudden there's this turnout under the bridge. So I'm like, oh phew, at least there's somewhere I pull out. But knowing me, I don't take that, so I keep going. And just the curiosity, just where does this road lead? Is there going to be a dope like campsite at the very end of it? Because like when you're camping alone, you kind of want to be away from things and people, and like you're safer down a really remote road than you are like close to civilization sometimes, just because fewer people and stuff like that. So that was my theory, at least, in finding this or looking for a good spot. So like this desolate road that really didn't think I would, like many people, be traveling down, whatnot. And so anyway, I pass this spot under the bridge and I keep going, and then it gets even narrower and more sketchy, and I'm really starting to freak out a little bit. My blood pressure goes through the roof. I'm a little bit shaky. Like, what am I doing? This is a bad idea. So finally, there's like a turnoff. Like the road leads down into the old riverbed. So I'm like, oh fuck. That was sketchy and terrifying, to say the least. And I drive down this dirt road. It's like sandy dirt, and you know, it's not as sketchy as before. Like, the road is, like, you know, manageable. But then out of nowhere, the road just kind of dead ends at this random ass house. This white, creepy, like, single lit light bulb house, like, just like out on the porch, this one like swinging light bulb. And I'm just like, and it's got like trash like in the front yard, like a burn pile. It's like someone who like goes out and harvests like bodies and like mutilates them and then burns them in the trash pile in their backyard or something fucked up like that. But I immediately turn around. Actually, I tried to go up this hill that I thought was going to double back and get me out, so I wouldn't have to go back down the sketchy road. But the switchbacks were way too tight, and I didn't want to like get stuck there, because like this creepy ass house and the people that were living there seemed like they would be all deformed and shit, and like some weird scientific runaway was living there. So I backed down the road and I turn around, and I'm like trying to be cool about it, but I'm also like panicking a little bit because this house is so weird and like in the middle of nowhere, like at the bottom of this river basin. And it's just, I wish I'd taken a picture, but I was just too scared. I had to get out of there. So I pull out, I turn around and I pull out the way I came, and I'm going down the same road, and all of a sudden, in my rearview mirror, I see this dude come out of his house holding a fucking like double-edged axe. And I was like, holy shit, so fucking bold. Like, I like, this road is rocky, you know, and I don't like want to like push my car and like end up crashing it and then be like, ah. But I just like kind of pressed a little bit faster down the road, and yeah, I was able to like, you know, find my way. And I got the fuck out of there. And now I'm up on the ridge, kind of on the other side, but still in the same place. So hopefully that guy doesn't come looking for like the strange dude with the, you know, packed up car with the plates from Colorado. But yeah. Anyway, I think I'll be all right. But yeah, it was kind of a ghostly sight for sure. All right.